I've had more jobs than most people I know, and more jobs doing more things that people don't want to do than most people I know. But by the grace of God, I have figured out how to make crazy, insane amounts of money working part-time. So this video, I'm going to show you how to make crazy money part-time. In fact, I'm going to show you how to make so much money that when you talk about, somebody asks you about what you do and you talk about how much money you make, people aren't even going to believe you. In fact, Larry, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to get ready for YouTube Studio. Pull up YouTube Studio for me somewhere where we can show it if that's possible. Okay, because that's only one of the streams I'm going to show you all, which is insanical. So, there are 5 factors that are necessary to make crazy money part-time. How many factors?
5.
Talk to me, everybody. How many factors? 5. 5 factors. So, and most people hate the first one. Like, one of the reasons you're struggling, if you're struggling financially right now, is, as an entrepreneur especially, is because you refuse to submit to the first phase, the first factor of making crazy money part-time. So what is it? Well, the first thing you have to have if you're going to make crazy money part-time is you need a suffering sector. What does that mean? You need to have a big group of people with a big problem. A suffering sector. People are, I remember I was listening to the audio program by, can't remember his name, Paul Zane Pilzer. Paul Zane Pilzer, called The Fountain of Wealth. I don't know if you've ever heard that audio series or not, but it was mind-blowing. Paul Zane Pilzer told the story in The Fountain of Wealth how he became a millionaire by age 25, and he made his first $10 million by age 30. He said, I was in college, and I was a geek. No, he didn't say geek. He said nerd. I was a nerd. He said, and there were a lot of us nerds. He said, and there were these cool kids on campus who had these sorority houses, and they all lived in one house. And he said, but as a nerd, we never got invited to live in one of those cool houses. So I thought, there are a lot of nerds on this campus. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to rent it out to a bunch of nerds. And so he bought his first house and rented it out to a bunch of nerds. And by the time he graduated, he had like 10 houses that were rented out to nerds. And like they were multiple nerds that were paying him rent in these houses. He said, the reason I was able to do this is because I found a huge hole in the marketplace. And when I found this huge hole in the marketplace, I just filled it. So that you have to have a suffering sector. You need to find a large pool of people with a big problem that they are willing to pay to solve. So here's what I mean when I say most people hate this. Because you ask people, who do you help? How are you going to help them? Well, Myron, my business is really struggling. Okay, who do you help? How do you help them? Well, I help everybody. That's why you're struggling. You don't want to pick a group of people to serve. When I first got started, because network marketing was the thing that I knew the best, network marketing and sales, not necessarily as the same thing, but as 2 different things. Those are my 2 greatest business skill sets. So when I started teaching network marketers how to do network marketing. Why? It was something I knew. I wasn't teaching real estate agents how to sell real estate. I wasn't teaching insurance agents how to sell insurance, even though I knew how to sell insurance, and I could have started in that sector. So you need a suffering sector. And so you've got to find a group of people with a problem. The more people with that problem, the more profits you're going to make. So if you only have a handful of people that have that problem, your chance of making big money is slim to none. One of the reasons my business YouTube channel does so well is because there are a lot of people out there in the world who are struggling financially. So I charge high prices for my consulting. Like when I do consulting with a business, I get paid $40,000 an hour. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, it sounds crazy to you, but I said how to make crazy money part-time because you do know an hour would be part-time, right? Okay, and 40,000, that's crazy money. So how do you make crazy money part-time? Well, what I do when I serve high-level clients, I charge them a lot of money to work with me. Why do I charge them a lot of money? Because they make a lot of money? No, I charge them a lot of money because the solutions I'm going to give them is going to make them a lot of money. So I don't base my value on what I'm getting. What I get is nebulous. It doesn't matter. What matters most is what they get. And so I charge $40,000 an hour. However, but there are people right now watching me on YouTube Live, right this minute, watching me, who don't have $40,000 an hour to pay me, but they'd like to learn some of the stuff I know. I don't teach them everything I know, but I teach them, like, I don't teach anything on YouTube. Me personally, Myron, I don't teach anything on YouTube that I would not be able to sell if I desired to sell it. So I only teach sellable content on YouTube as community service content. I don't like the word free content because it's not free. You have to pay for it with your time. You have to pay for it with your attention. Like I had to pay to create this content. I had to pay for the cameras and the lenses and the lights and the people who are running the cameras, the lenses and the lights and the switches, and I had to pay for this building. So like I had to pay to create this content. So I don't want to create any content that I could not sell. I don't want to create any content that I'm giving away that I could not sell. If I couldn't sell it, it's not worth giving it away. But because you cannot outsow the farm, what does that mean? That means you plant a seed and you reap a whole tree. And that tree produces fruit from now on. So you can't outsow the farm. The community service content that I plant in the marketplace comes back to me in spades because YouTube benefits from the valuable content that I create. And they benefit from it by selling ads on my videos. By the way, feel free to watch all the ads that come on my videos. Like, and when the ad comes on, don't even click it. Go get yourself a glass of water, go to the bathroom, go do something, go say hi to him, make a phone call. But don't, just let the, anyway, you get it. And I'm just kidding. You can skip the video. I think I'm funny, even though sometimes I know I'm not. All right, so YouTube sells ads to people. Because YouTube sells ads and I created the content, YouTube shares some of that revenue with me. Now, how much of that revenue does YouTube share? I'm going to show you here shortly. You need a suffering sector. That's number one. Number two, the more hurtful the problem, the higher the price. What does that mean? The more painful the problem is, the more you can charge to solve it. This is why, are y'all tracking with me? This is why that heart surgery costs more than when you go to the emergency room to get a splinter taken out of your finger, right? The more hurtful the problem, the higher the price. And so what you've got to do is you've got to figure out, like, how can I find a big pool of people with a very major problem that hurts them a lot? Because now, see, if I sell, how do you know if it hurts them a lot? Well, if it costs them a fortune not to get the result that you can get them, then it hurts them a lot. For instance, I have a guy who just became a client of mine, and he bought a $100,000 coaching package from me. But he bought a $100,000 coaching package from me because he and I are in a mastermind together, and he was struggling with pricing his offers. And he was undercharging for his services because this dude's a brilliant entrepreneur, and he's helped people make millions of dollars. And I showed him why he was struggling, and I don't have time to go into the whole illustration right now. I showed him why at dinner last week, or maybe it was last week, week before last, at dinner at a restaurant in Boise, Idaho, or in Eagle, Idaho. I showed him why he was struggling. Literally that night, he went back to his hotel room. He made a $100,000 offer to one of his clients, and that client took it. He came in the next day. He was so jacked out of his mind. He was so excited. He's like, it worked, and he was he was 90 miles a minute. It's like, okay, cool. Well, I've got a $100,000 offer for you. He took it, right? So, I wasn't planning on making him a $100,000 offer, but I figured if you want me to show you more than just the 10 minutes I showed you last night at dinner, it's $100,000. Well, he already made $100,000 from the 10-minute conversation, so he's got to know whatever I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to let him do a group VIP day. What's a group VIP day? Where people can pay $40,000 to spend the day with me. If they want to bring a plus one, it's $100,000 for a whole lot of reasons. Anyway, he took the option with the plus one. Anyway, so he just posted in our mastermind Facebook group last night. He just closed his second $100,000 offer. He's $100,000 more profitable because of a conversation we had at dinner, whether he would have taken me up on the $100,000 offer or not. But here's the thing about it. Because he took me up on a $100,000 offer, that probably inspired him to make another one. Now he's in profit. Are y'all tracking? So what I'm saying is the bigger the problem, the more hurtful the problem, the higher the price. So now you want a big pool of people. Now they got a big problem. And then the more support you resource, the more steady the revenue. What does that mean? That means I can either sell you a one-time solution. I've got some one-time solutions. Like I wrote this book, I wrote this book, I wrote this book, I wrote this book, and I've co-authored a couple of other books and got a couple of ebooks on Amazon. So all I've done is I've created solutions. And if the solutions book, it might cost $20 or $30 plus shipping. If the solutions a course, it might cost $2,000 or $3,000. If the solution's a mastermind, it might cost $20 or $30 or $40 or $50,000 or $100,000 or $350,000 or $1 million. I've got 3 $1 million coaching clients. I've got about 10 $350,000 coaching clients, because I just closed another one of those last week. So I got 10 $350,000 coaching clients. And by the way, the $1 million coaching clients, that's $1 million a year. The 350 is $350,000 a year. The 55,000, that's 55,000 a year, right? So like we have these group coaching programs that we do, but here's what's cool. The more support you provide. So like I'll support you for a year for $55,000, but I'm not going to support you for the rest of your life. So guess what you get to do if you want another year of support? You pay again, right? And so we have, like, you can literally sell something once and then get paid on it from now on. If you have a Zoom account, if you have Netflix, if you have Apple Music, if you have Amazon Prime, those are all services that we pay for either monthly or annually, but we get to use them from now on. Okay, so the first phase of crazy money is a suffering sector. So, Larry, are we ready to pull up? Can we pull up for YouTube, or do I need to do it on my Vibe board?
I got it right here. Just let me know.
Okay, go ahead and pull up YouTube Studio for me.
Right. And let me know when you want me to put it on YouTube.
Okay, go to dashboard.
Yes, sir.
Is that dashboard? Unless that's dashboard.
This is the dashboard right
Okay, that's dashboard. That's where I want to be. Okay, go ahead and show it right now. Okay, I don't even know what that new features thing is. So this is my YouTube dashboard. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on right there. The first thing I'd like for you to notice is that we have 852,475 subscribers. Okay, that's the first thing I want you to notice right there. Yep, 852,475 subscribers. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. That's how many subscribers we have today. But April 1st, 2022, 2.5 years ago, we had 10,500 subscribers. So our subscriber base on YouTube has grown by 842,000 subscribers, thereabouts. Okay, so Larry, let's look at how many views per month. Where's the analytics? Let's look at that. Okay, 2.2 million views a month. You see that? 2.2 million views. 2.2 million people in the last, it's not a month, that's in the last 28 days, have tuned in to watch my content. 2.2 million people. They have spent 441,000 hours watching me. I'm going to do it right in front of you. I'm going to take out my calculator. Okay, got my trusty calculator, because there are 8,760 hours in a year. So I'm going to take 400, what did I say? 441,300? 441,300. 441,300, and I'm going to divide that by 8,760. So in the last 28 days, people around the world have spent 50.3 years watching me, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in the last 28 days. That's not terrible. Okay, cool. So we've gained in the last 28 days 42,600 subscribers, and we're on track to make right now, our estimated revenue is 47,000. I think that's how much we've done already. So Larry, go to revenue. There's a revenue button somewhere. Okay, and is that how much revenue we've generated this month? Last 28 days. Okay, last 28 days we've generated 47,000. So we have 3 more days left in the month. So I'm going to take 47,918. I'm not going to do the cents, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to divide that by 28. That gives me $1,711 per day on average, just from YouTube. I'm going to multiply that times 31. That tells me I'm going to make, from this one channel, $53,052.07 this month if our views don't go up. Okay, are y'all tracking? Okay, so now Larry, let's switch channels. And I know I'm taking a long time with this, but it's okay. I'm showing you how to make crazy money, so it's gonna take crazy time. Okay, that's my business channel. I started a Bible study channel dashboard. Give me, that is the dashboard. So I started this July 1st. Now here's the bad part about this. I started this channel July 1st. We were monetizable in 4 days. But somebody on my team missed, everybody on my team, I'll say it that way. Everybody on my team missed turning on, put ads on the video. We missed that until the 26th of the month. So it's only gonna show us 5 days of monetization for that month. Okay, so, but let's look at just this month so far, Larry. How, revenue. Yeah, analytics, revenue. It should pop up here in a second. So there we go. So far this month, in 28 days, we've made $10,350. This is from $350 divided by 28 equals $369 a day. Multiply that times 31 on average, we're gonna make $11,458. So if you add the 11,000 to the 53,000, YouTube is gonna pay us $65,000 this month because I create one to two videos a week, usually just one to two videos a week on two different channels. Now I don't know if that's mind-blowing to you, but that's mind-blowing to me. Now maybe you're not as easily mind-blown. I've never had a job in my life where I made $65,000 in a whole year, ever. I've never. So what I'm showing you, by the way, this is like less than 5% of our business revenue. This is just what YouTube pays us to send me customers. Well, you say, Myron, why are you showing us this? Okay, so go back, Larry. So they say, go back to the main channel now. They say, YouTube experts say, a lot of YouTube experts say, if you want to make $1 million on YouTube, you need 300 million views to make $1 million on YouTube. I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. There's so much more where this came from. Okay, so there's, they say you have to have 300 million views. Okay, cool. I don't have 300 million views. In fact, I don't have anywhere near 300 million views. In fact, we just crossed 50 million views, which means if you take 1 million, you divide it by 6, right? Because that's 50 million goes in 300 million, 6 times. So if I take 1 million, and I divide it by 6, that didn't work. 1 million divided by 6 equals, $166,000. So I should, and some change, $166,000. So I should only have made, with 50 million views, $166,000. Okay, go back to revenue, Larry, analytics, revenue, and then go to lifetime. No, go to year, go to year, go to 28, 365 days. Okay, 365 days. In the last 365 days on YouTube, we've generated an extra $477,000. That's decent money. But part-time, that's decent money. I only record YouTube videos 2 days a week. Y'all know, because y'all are here, right? I'm only here 2 days a week, and I'm only here in the morning. I'm not creating videos all day. Like I do 2 videos on Monday and 2 videos on Thursday. I'm done. I'm done with my YouTube stuff, right? Okay, so Larry, now go to lifetime. How much have we generated since we started? By the way, I didn't turn on monetization until February of 2022, even though I've been on YouTube since 2007. You say, Myron, why didn't you turn on monetization? I was not smart enough to know that YouTube paid people for having videos. For how long? 14 years! 14, I'm 14 years in. This guy's talking about how much money YouTube pays you. And you can see how flatlined it was, right? For 14 years. I started March 15th, 2007. No, I made no money in 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, or 21. Turned on monetization February of 2022, and bada bing, bada boom. So we've done in revenue since February of 2022, $973,801, which is just shy of $1 million, with 50 million views. Okay, Larry, go to views on analytics. Can you do that? Overview. Yeah, go to overview. Click views. Yep. Okay, that's lifetime views. I have 49 million. I thought we had 50 million. Okay, I thought they said 50 million. I thought they gave me, okay, we're almost at 50. We're not even at 50 million views, right? So, which means, by the way, what does that mean? That means our YouTube channel is 6 times more profitable than the average YouTube channel. That's mind-blowing by itself. Okay, by the way, that's one channel. The other channel, let's go back to the other channel, Larry, because why don't we add the other, that's 973,800. 801, 973,801 plus analytics, lifetime, revenue, lifetime. My man, he's navigating that, circumnavigating. Okay, that is $26,111, $26,111. I'm at $999,912. By the end of this month, I will have made over $1 million that YouTube has paid me. That's in 2.5 years. That's not too shabby, y'all. Right? I'm not flexing. I'm just saying it's possible to make crazy money part-time. Like, if somebody would have told me this, I wouldn't. Like, when I heard this guy talking about YouTube, oh yeah, there are people we help this person make $1 million on YouTube. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, when I first heard somebody, none of it made sense to me. Okay, cool. Let's go. So you need a suffering sector. How do you make money on YouTube? Here's what you do. You find a big group of people with a big problem, and then you give them some elegant solutions. And they watch your videos, make sure the solutions last for at least 8 minutes. Me, I'm a little loquacious and somewhat verbose from time to time. And so sometimes it takes me longer than 8 minutes, like today, right? Because I'm on point 1, there's 5 of them, okay? So you need a suffering sector. That's the first thing you need. The second thing you need is you need a superior solution. What does that mean? That means you need to figure out a way to solve the problem of the suffering sector that's better than other people have solved it. Well, I'm a business coach. Guess what was missing in the marketplace? What was missing in the marketplace was a business coach that teaches business based on Bible principles. You say, Myron, why do you teach business based on Bible principles? Because the 2 things I know the most about in life are the Bible and business. And I'm no Bible scholar, but I'm at least a diligent Bible student. And guess what? I found in the Bible a whole bunch of stuff it says about business. So I started talking about it. Guess what? Turns out folk want to know about it. Also turns out that if you don't want to know biblical principles about business, the success that we are having, you want to know it enough so that you'll at least listen to me even if you don't like the Bible. I don't have to become a chameleon. I don't have to try to make everybody like me. Everybody doesn't like me. Some people hate me. I get it. It is what it is. I'm not even trying to change it. I'm just going to show up, shine as bright as I can, and let the chips fall where they may. By the way, who could do that? Everybody watching me right now could do that. So, you need a superior solution. My superior solution was I combined the success I had based with the big biblical principles that gave me the insight to have that success, and I started sharing that content with other people. I decided in 2014, after I had gone through 7 years of drama, trauma, and tragedy, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I found this King Solomon's business model in 1 Kings chapter 3 and 1 Kings chapter 4 and 1 Kings chapter 10 and 2 Chronicles chapter 9. I'm going to apply these principles to my business and see if they work. Well, they work so well that I built a whole coaching program teaching King Solomon's business model to other people, and we have just under 100 people in that program right now, and it's $55,000 a year. I think I need to raise the price. Anyway, that's another conversation for a different day. A superior solution. Your superior solution must be simple to see. What does that mean? That means when you show it to somebody, they need to have an aha sooner rather than later. Oh, this is different. So one of the reasons we get so many views on our channel is because what I teach lands differently. It's not that I'm the greatest teacher in the world. I think I'm pretty good at teaching. I'm okay at speaking. I'm not one of the best. I don't even think I'm one of the best public speakers. I've heard a lot of public speakers, in my opinion, who are better public speakers than me. But I don't care. I'm not attempting to get a public speaking award, right? But I'm a decent teacher, I believe, of the things that I believe and the things that I know. And so you need a superior solution that is simple to see, so that when you show it to people, they're like, oh, I get it. Like I was with Richmond, this guy I was telling y'all about, at dinner in Idaho, and I showed him this illustration. He's like, I get it. And then he went out and made a $100,000 offer. So it's your ability to take complex things and then simplify a solution that gives people the desire to want to do business with you. So you need a superior solution that's simple to see. A superior, simple solution. The superior solution needs to be simple to see, but it also needs to be simple to say. One of the biggest problems I see in business, I coach a lot of entrepreneurs, and they can't even ask a question, get to a point when they're asking a question. If you can't get to the point when you're asking a question, how can you possibly get to the point when you're providing a solution? People say, well, what I do is I help people overcome their childhood trauma that they had, regardless of where it came from, because I had a lot of childhood trauma. Like, nobody's going to listen to you that long, right? People are not going to listen to you ramble. Nobody wants to watch you think. They want to watch you show them something simple that you've simplified because you've obsessed over it for a long period of time. And you've taken this really complex equation and boiled it down to its most essential parts. I think you are picking up what I'm putting down. So it needs to be simple to say. Like you have to be able to get to the point. Simple to say. Let me define simple to say. Let me give you a couple of ways to make what you say more simple. Here we go. Number one, stay away from industry jargon, buzzwords, and technobabble. Well, I help people overcome their past trauma. I would recommend that you stay away from that kind of language, because trauma is one of those words we all have in our dictionary, but we all have it in our vocabulary, but we all have a different dictionary. So trauma to you is your parents didn't tell you they loved you. Trauma to somebody else is they have PTSD because they were in Iraq and they saw their friends die in war. So I help people with past trauma is not a good way to say it, right? So like, people say, well, I help people with mental health issues. I would recommend highly that you stay away from industry jargon. Mental health issues. So now in order for you to help me, I have to admit that I'm mentally unhealthy. I don't know you well enough to admit that to you, and I certainly don't like you enough to admit that to you, and I definitely don't trust you not to tell anybody how mentally unstable I am. Say, Myron, what are you saying? I'm saying, like, stop talking like that. You say, okay, like, so you say, well, I help people with their past trauma. What does that mean? It means that if something bad happened to them in the past, I help them get over it. How do you help them get over it? I help them get over it by focusing on like the good things that have happened to them in their past and the good things that are going on in their present. Okay, then say that. I help people shift their focus from all the bad things that happened in the past and all the painful things that happened in the past to all the wonderful things that are happening in the present, so they don't lose those and have more bad things happen in the present. Say that. Why? Because they'll know what you mean. The marketplace is not going to stay around long enough for you to confuse them and then clarify. Just clarify it from the beginning. Y'all are tracking. Josh, can you cool it off in here? It's so hot. Maybe it's me. Okay. So your simple solution must be simple to say. It must be simple to see, but it also has to be simple to start. Because one of the questions people are asking when you present a solution to them, they're asking, is it easy? Does it work? Can I do it? So maybe it's not easy to do, but you need to have an easy on-ramp. You need to have an easy way for people to get started. So for this guy, Richmond, who lives in Australia that I gave this solution to, I gave him a simple way to see it. I gave him a simple way to say it. And I gave him a simple way to get started. And so, like, if you want to make crazy money, you need a simple, superior solution. Or a superior, simple solution. Like, it needs to be simple to say, simple to see. Oh, now I get it. Like, they need to have an aha. Why? Because all transformation begins with awareness. Like, anything that's missing in your life right now, it's missing because you're unaware of what would make it there. Okay. So, it needs to be simple to see. It needs to be simple to say. You need to be able to say it clearly and succinctly. Get to the point. Use an economy of words. No word salads. Dressing or no dressing. Doesn't matter. Get to the point. And then it needs to be simple for them to start. If you're giving somebody a solution, they need to be able to get started on it. And when they get started on it, if it's simple to start, they need to get a win fast, right? That's one of the things I love to do when I'm coaching people. I love to give them the thing that's going to like move the needle the most in the shortest period of time. Now they've got enough belief to know that this is going to work. Oh, this is why this is working. Yes, this is why this is working. Okay. Now, a suffering sector and a superior simple solution are not enough. Okay? You have to have a sufficient skill set. Now, a skill set is a set of skills. Oh, now I get it. Skill set. Yeah, that's why it's called a skill set. It's not just called a skill. You need a sufficient skill set. You need a sufficient social skill set. See, some people don't do well in business because they are socially inept. What does socially inept mean? It means they are unaware of how they are being perceived. People who are socially inept are unaware of how people are perceiving them. The better your perception of how you're being perceived, especially when you're presenting something, the more likely you are to be able to clarify that thing. I think that former President Donald Trump, I think one of his biggest problems is his lack of perception of how he's being perceived. Like a lot of people say he's racist. Maybe he is. I've never met him. I don't know. I can't say he's not racist, but he doesn't seem like he is to me. He doesn't seem like he's racist to me. I mean, I get people say that, but I've not seen any, I'm not wearing a red hat and all of that. But I've been watching Donald Trump since the days of The Apprentice. Like, I had all of the seasons of The Apprentice. I had every episode in fact, I still do. Every episode of The Apprentice on DVD, right? Why? Because it was Shark Tank before Shark Tank was Shark Tank. Like, it was a great television show for entrepreneurs. I still remember the very first assignment on the very first episode of The Apprentice. He had these business people selling lemonade on the streets of New York. I'm like, this is one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. But as brilliant as a businessman as he is, he struggles with perceiving how he's being perceived. And it is what it is. But here's what else I'm going to say. If you have other skills, they can compensate for it. However, they can't compensate for it to the tune of fixing the problem. Would compensate for it even more. So, you need a skill of social perception. You need to perceive how the marketplace perceives you. You need to, you need to be able to have such a high level of empathy that you can read the energy of people reading your energy. I don't mean in a woo-woo psychic kind of way. I just mean in a regular, like, everybody has a vibe. Like, if you can't pick up on vibes, then you probably don't give off a good one. How many of y'all tracking? Okay, cool. So, the skill of social perception, but you also need the skill of sales persuasion. This is one of the most important skills in business. And I'm going to say something here that is going to be it's going to be like an aha for some of you, but some of you you're going to resist it, but that's okay. I'll give you time to catch up. Okay. So, stop using the word convince as a synonym for selling. Convincing is not selling. Convincing is what people who are bad at selling resort to because they're so bad at selling. What does that mean? Convincing is when I attempt to get you to do something I desire you to do for my reasons. When I'm convincing you, the person I'm thinking about is me. Are you tracking? But selling is persuasion. What's persuasion? Persuasion is when I help you make a decision you already desire to make for your own reasons. That, by the way, I'm going to be very transparent. That's why I titled this video, How to Make Crazy Money Part-Time. Why did I title How to Make Crazy Money Part-Time? Because I already know the two things that you want the most in your life. Most adults want these two things because they know these two things will give them most of the other stuff they want in this life. What are they? Big money and free time. That's what people want. Like, if you're talking about something else in business, if you're presenting a business opportunity to somebody and you're talking about something else, you're talking about the wrong thing. Because everybody wants more time to enjoy their money and more money to enjoy their time. Why? Because most people struggle. They're in one of two categories. Most people are in one of two categories. They have all the time in the world, but not enough money to enjoy it. Or all the money they need, but not enough time to enjoy it. There are very few of us who live in this very small space. Well, it's a very big space, but there's only a few of us in it. It's not very crowded. It's like an underpopulated town when you have all the money you need and all the time to enjoy it. That's what this video is about, how you can do that. And by the way, you don't do that by starting there. I didn't start out that way. When my kids were little, I missed their basketball games and their piano recitals and their plays. I missed that stuff because I was working. You say you missed that stuff because you were working? All you cared about was work? No, I cared about when my children became adults, I cared about providing an example for them that they would want to follow so they could become financially free and do the same thing for their children. And so, you need the skill of sales persuasion. Like, I am very good at selling. You know why? I have a very high level of empathy, and I want for you what you want for you more than I want anything from you for me. That's what makes me so good at selling. Like I really believe that in good salespeople, the primary ingredient is love for your clients. And you love them so much, you would never sell them anything that would do them harm. I wasn't planning on doing a master class this morning, but this is a master class right here. Okay? So you need sufficient skill set. Skill number one, social perception skills. Skill number two, the skill of sales persuasion. Skill number three, the skill of supply precision. If you sell people something and you make them a promise and you don't deliver on the promise, all you've done is lied. You've defrauded them. You've cheated them because you promised them something that you had no ability to deliver on or no willingness to deliver on. So don't raise your prices until you can fulfill on that level of service. Yeah, I said it. I know there's too many con artists out here that you're good at persuading people. No, you're good at talking people, conning people. That's what you're good at. Convincing people that you're going to do something that you have no intention of doing. That's what you're good at. And then you have no intention of fulfilling, and then you disappear. Now, I know there are people in the world that don't like me. I get it. Because I have trolls. Everybody has trolls. If you don't have any trolls, you're not doing anything. Right? Period. Right? But you're going to have to travel far and wide to find somebody that I did wrong. And if somebody comes to me and shows me that I've done them wrong, I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to drag my feet about it either. So, you need the skill of supply precision. You need to deliver on the promises that you make in the marketplace. And when you figure out, you're going to mess up. You do a whole lot of work, you're going to mess some of it up. But when you mess up, fix it. Take responsibility for it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Lead with it. Okay. Then, you need a step-by-step system. A system that's easy to start, some easy steps to start. What are some easy steps to start? Okay, can I give you all some step-by-steps? You're on YouTube right now. What do you do? How do I start making some crazy money part-time? Well, we sell just in core product offerings. That's products that range anywhere from, on the low end, $20, high end, $2,000. We sell in our business between $100,000 and $200,000 a month, just core products that people buy on a credit card without me having to be there. I wake up every day richer than I went to bed the night before. Here's what I mean. So I woke up this morning. So, that's how, so did you. Okay, congratulations, we're all here. Okay, so today, just $97 sale. Another $97 sale. $97 sale at $524. And I was awake, but I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just getting ready for my cold plunge. $97 sale at $609, $81.98 sale at $634, $29.98 sale at $655, $297 sale at $807, $97 sale at $838, $29.98 sale at $1009. Those are the sales that came in so far today. I don't have time to read the ones that came into you yesterday. Say, what are you saying, Myron? I'm saying you need to have an easy way to start. All of those product prices that I just named, we pay affiliate commissions on all those. If you would have promoted all those sales, the only reason I showed that to you is to show you people are already buying my stuff. You don't have to go out and create a brand. I've already created the brand. All you got to do is become an affiliate for me. You become an affiliate for me. You tell people, you read my books, you read From the Trash Man to the Cash Man. Everybody that you refer this book to, when they buy this book for $19.99, I'm going to pay you $10. You sell this book for $30. Every one of these you sell, I'm going to pay you $15. You can see behind me, it says Make More Offers Challenge, right? Make More Offers Challenge, right? Well, we do the Make More Offers Challenge every month. It's $97 for the general admission. It's $297 for the VIP. It's $797 for the platinum. Guess what? If you sell a ticket to the a general admission ticket, you get half. You sell a VIP ticket, you get half. You don't sell the platinum tickets, only we sell those. But if you, like, I've got an affiliate who makes the highest he's ever made was like $30-something thousand in a month, and he lives in India. Like, what's our excuse? Right? What's your excuse? Not just saying India is any worse off than we are. I'm just saying, like, there's no reason not to, like, you can go, all you have to do is go to mmociaffiliates.com. mmociaffiliates.com. Larry, if you can go on a YouTube channel and just post that in one of the comments and then pin it, that'd be great. Like mmociaffiliates.com. You just click that link, fill out the affiliate form, and then you go get your affiliate links, and then you say, hey, I heard Myron Golden talk on this video. You should go buy his book, blah, blah, blah. And you put your affiliate link in there. When they buy the book, our software will give you credit for it, and we'll send you money next month. Like, that's how it works. Okay, cool. So, you need a system that's easy to start. The fastest, easiest way to start making money on the internet is to become an affiliate. And it's so simple. And I'm a fairly sophisticated businessman. I have a business that does a lot of money. My business makes me more money every day than any job I've ever had has ever made me in a year. And I'm still an affiliate for other people's offers. Like, if I can be an affiliate, you can be an affiliate. I'm not too good to be an affiliate. I'm not too rich to be an affiliate. Okay, you get it. So, system that's easy to start. Then you need a system that's easy to sustain. Maybe you want to start a blog, maybe a financial literacy blog, where you start promoting a whole bunch of financial teachers like affiliate offers. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. By the way, for those of you, let me give you all a little warning, just so y'all can know who y'all dealing with. Okay. You cannot start a YouTube channel by downloading my videos and then uploading them on a channel and then using my name. You cannot use my name without my written permission, because my attorneys will sue you. And if they sue you, I can't stop them. That's what we paid them for, right? If you put up a YouTube channel and you go get a bunch of views using my videos that I created, that I spent money on cameras and lights and staff to film, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna send a letter to YouTube, and YouTube's gonna take your channel down. And don't send me a letter and ask me, oh, please, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Go start a YouTube channel that you create. Right? Okay. But you can start a YouTube channel and then comment. You can read my book and comment on my books. But you can't put my name as part of your YouTube channel. My name is my name. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So easy to start, easy to sustain. You start a YouTube channel, or you create an Instagram profile or TikTok channel or whatever, you can create a sustainable way of promoting your affiliate offers and start making money as an affiliate. Some of the wealthiest people I know, they only offer affiliate offers. That's all they do. Anthony Morrison, Adrian Morrison, they only do affiliate offers. I got a friend named Eric. I won't say his last name because this dude makes tens of millions of dollars a year just doing affiliate offers. Like, there's no reason. Okay, you get it. So it needs to be easy. It needs to be easy to start. It needs a system that needs to be efficient to sustain, and a system that's effectively successful. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact, this is not secondhand information. This is not something I heard somebody else say. I know firsthand that affiliate marketing is effectively successful because I make a couple of $1 million a year selling other people's stuff. Okay. No theory here. No theory on this channel. I don't know any theories. I heard one once, but I can't even remember it. Okay. So then you need a step-by-step system, and then you need successful social proof. Guess where your successful social proof starts? It starts with you. Go prove your solution works. That's what I did. I was my first client. The stuff that I taught, I didn't teach it, I just did it. Like, you want to be able to, you want to go start a YouTube channel that people want to watch? Go do something remarkable and document the process. Why? Because documentation beats conversation. Become your first case study.